Young world. So some of y'all are probably wondering, where has a little Joker been? Where does little Joker been at? So what happened was YouTube extended their pimp hand and smacked the little Joker down. Taught him a lesson, smacked him up as they have before. This is not like it's the first time it's ever happened. As some of you know, I had a different channel that got totally terminated years ago. Long story short, they ran up on me talking about some Jamie Foxx video I made like a month or two ago. Apparently, they talking about that I violated the CV policy. I don't want to say the whole word. In which then I had to. They said I violate the policy, but people like me know you don't ever say the real word, whether it's the CV or the V or whatever. We don't use the actual word, so I don't even understand how they're even saying I violated the policy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're saying I did with that. Um, then I had a start. It was a strike, a 7 day ban. I couldn't upload content and stuff like that. So then, come the seventh, eighth day, come to realize I never acknowledged the strike, so the time didn't start. So that's what pushed it out to like an extra 7 days. You know what I mean? So that's what that was about. But so that's what happened. Got smacked up as how they did, and they come just so. I just hate how they show up on you with an email. They send you an email, "Hey Joker, hope your day is going well," and all this stuff. They start out like that, knowing they about to just come and just smack you down. That's the main thing I don't like about corporate people and stuff like that, and all these type of things. Like, you can't just show up like you about to ask me to go out to lunch, hit me with a goddamn body shot, and then just leave like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? We understand this might be unfortunate, but no, that's not how it works. That's one thing I hate about. Anyway, so this Ivana Trump story situation, they talking about her grave site. It's like trending right now because her grave is being unkept, it's looking bad and stuff like that. And here's a little story I don't think I ever mentioned on here. Like, I definitely didn't make a video about it. I might have mentioned it in random during like another video, but I believe I seen Ivana Trump right before she passed away. I want to say like a couple within a week or two. I think it was before she passed away. Like I said, I'm not sure, so I can't say for sure. But I was doing Grubhub back then. This was she died June 14th, 2000 of last year, 2022. So I was doing Grubhub in the area I lived, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area. So it's the big area around. Then you got Quakertown, which is below Easton, Allentown, and Bethlehem. So I was down there in Quakertown. This is an area where it's like a lot of nice house, like a rich area. You know what I'm saying? Like the woods, but it's a residential, not regular residential, but it's a lot of big houses. A lot of wealthy people move to places like this. So I delivered an order, and I had to park in the middle of the street because there's no sidewalks in place, not like street parking. It's like back roads. So as I was coming back, behind me was who I believe was Ivana Trump. She was in this real nice red Mercedes drop top. And if you look up her red Mercedes, they'll show a red Mercedes from back in the day. I'm not talking about that one. It was a nice new Mercedes drop top convertible. Nice summer day. You know what I'm saying? She was dressed. I want to say she had even like a red a red dress or whatever it was on the top. She was wearing something red, or maybe it was yellow. It was just something that was real bright. It was a bright sunny day. She was like bright. The car was bright, clean, and she was stopped behind me, and she was like, do you need any help or anything like that? She was like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Because she just saw a car stopped in the middle of a regular road, and I was getting back into it. But as she was saying that to me, another truck was pulling up behind her. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of threw me off, because anytime I'm around these type of areas, I'm always super cautious about where I stop, or if anybody's around. Like if somebody, like I said, she showed up talking to me, I'm just weird like that. I don't even like throwing stuff out of my windows. I don't really litter like that anyway. But just in case, you just never know where something might end up. Something happened, then your car was seen there, and since it's this type of area, you don't really belong up there. So that type of situation. So I kind of hurried off. I was like, nah, I'm good, thank you very much. Because like I said, this truck was pulling up behind her, like stopping. Instead of going, if the truck would have went around, like, but it didn't. It just stopped behind her. You know what I'm saying? So then I pulled off, and a couple of feet down where I pulled off from, there was like a left you can make. She made the left. The other truck made the left behind her and went up that way. So that was just that. It wasn't until I seen her death a couple of days later and seen the pictures of her, I was like, because she was kind of heavy, not heavy set, but her face was full compared to like last time I really seen her back in the day on TV when she was young. She had like the basic look of like how white women get. They get a little bit older, gain a little bit of weight. Their face gets that little fluffy look. She had blonde hair, and that was the main thing I remember was like her hair when I seen the picture of her. As soon as I seen her, I was like, was that Ivana Trump that was behind me? You know what I'm saying? Because places like this area are places that a lot of like celebrities and people that have a lot of, not even just celebrities, people that have a lot of money, they be having houses in places like this. They be in a cut. I'm talking $1 million houses. You can go. Some of these kind of places have driveways that you got to drive for a couple minutes till you even reach the property type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This type of area. But I'm not saying for 100% sure it was her, but when I seen the picture of her after that, I really do believe that that was her. I don't know if maybe who even knows. I don't even know her health condition at that point. I don't know if she was up and running around. I don't know if she was old enough or not healthy enough to be in a house. And I don't know, but I believe that was her. Is all I'm saying. But anyway, right the day she died, the day after that was supposed to be the Trump family was supposed to sit for a deposition for accusations of trying to regulate the market, the real estate market, doing fraudulent stuff in real estate. So people were saying that there was something weird about it because she died the day before the family was supposed to go sit for a deposition. So when she died, CBS came out with a report saying clearly that because she died in her house, they found her on her steps on the floor, like laying down on the ground. CBS clearly said that it doesn't appear, authorities say it doesn't appear suspicious. Just like she just fell. It doesn't appear that she fell down the steps. It appeared that she died of natural causes. So then, like a day or two later, all of a sudden they come out talking about the autopsy reveals that she died from blunt force trauma to her torso. And the thing that's weird about that is that I'm not going to say for 100% sure it has to be, but if a person has blunt force trauma, you would think that it would have left marks on her. You know what I'm saying? You would think there would have been marks on her torso somewhere, some kind of black and blue, some kind of redness, some type of marks to indicate that there was blunt force trauma from the door. It's kind of hard to really blunt force trauma somebody's body to the point where it's going to kill them, but not to the point where it's going to be visible. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a head blow or something like that. You could hit somebody in the head the wrong kind of way, you might kill him without really leaving something visible. You know what I mean? But to the torso, I'm thinking there should have been some type of mark that would have made them, at least from the beginning, say it does appear that she fell, even if they weren't saying it was suspicious. But they said right away, because so if they said it didn't appear that she fell and it didn't appear suspicious, that would lead a joker to believe that they didn't even see any marks on her body. But then the next day or 2 days later, all of a sudden they come out talking about this blunt force trauma to her torso. So that's a little bit weird. But the main topic, they're talking about her grave site is what's going on right now. It's trending. That her grave site at the Trump property, the Trump golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey, is pretty much left totally unkempt and just left for dead pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Which is a little bit weird, but I guess the Joker got all this. Even then, if you got somebody upkeeping the property, you would think that caretakers would at least keep the grave looking sharp compared to how it looked at first and compared to how it looks now. It's just over there covered up. You barely can read the tombstone. You know what I mean? And of course, when this happened, there was a lot of conspiracies going around, TikTok, stuff like that, because like they said, Joker, she just died the day before they all supposed to sit, because when she did pass away, that did push back the deposition. It like canceled the deposition for them to go in there and sit. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think she was the president of the Trump organization or something like that, or was involved or whatever, some kind of way. Then Joker's talking about that there's documents at her gravesite too, so I don't know.